Around the Table on Harrison's Original, KHOZ.
Welcome to Around the Table with Dan and Ann. It is the middle of the week, and for us, it's a hump day. And I hope it's a good hump day for you, too. It's a downslide to the weekend, and we all love the weekend, don't we?
Most of them I do.
Most of the...
Yeah, most of the time I do.
Well, you know, if you've got water and you don't have leaks, then you're in a good situation. How about you, Ann?
And power.
And power.
We do have power now. Our electrician got our shop going. And
okay. How's the water situation?
The water, y'all, I got a text. Okay, the plumber came, did his thing. We assume all is well.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I go look at it this morning after a text from the water supervisor who said you're using 36 gallons an hour.
Oh, boy.
Go check all your spigots and make sure nothing's on, which I did. Mm-hmm. Then I went down to the site. There's standing water, but that's probably where, we rained.
Yeah, Sure, yeah.
I would expect that, but it's not bubbling. It's not, giving me any indication that anything's fluctuating, so we don't know.
36 gallons an hour.
That's quite a bit.
It's not
to flush a toilet, it takes about 2 gallons.
Okay.
That's average.
So that'll 2 to 5 gallons.
That gives you a thought.
Yeah.
We don't know.
So is one of your toilets stuck?
No, I went and checked them all.
Okay. All right.
I can't find it, and my water pressure is normal.
Well,
so
sure,
I don't really know. That's usually well when we had this problem after the lightning.
Yeah. So did the
water pressure is how I knew something wasn't right.
So the plumber did do some work?
Yeah.
There was a leak.
There was a leak at the meter.
There was a leak. Okay.
And he fixed it.
Okay.
And you can see that it's not.
Oh, okay.
So we don't know.
Well,
I'm just hoping it's on the meter side.
Yeah, on the other one. No, it goes through that meter. They can say it's going through the meter, so it's not on their side. It's always on your side.
I'm sure that's probably
sure.
True. Anyway, the supervisor. I am grateful that the supervisor texted. I had messaged him this weekend when we had the problem, trying to figure out what route to go, and he did. He's keeping an eye on it for me just to see if.
Okay.
We don't know. We're just kind of, you get to a point where you're like, what else?
Well, the bad thing about it is all those pipes are underground. And how do you know where the water is? Does the water come up or does it dissipate in the ground? You'll never know where the water is. Do they have a meter for that?
I don't know.
A tool?
We don't even know exactly
detector?
where that line runs, but I guarantee you it's close to where our fence is. Guaranteed.
Oh, you think so?
That's just mine.
Maybe one of the fence posts is touching one of those, hitting the pipe or something.
They're not that deep.
No?
The girl who built the house said her dad buried all that stuff really pretty deep. I guess it wouldn't freeze.
What, the water pipes?
The lines in the meter itself and all that.
Yeah. So you may never know where it's leaking.
Well, we're going to have to figure it out. Somebody's going to come dig it up if that's step number 2.
You may have to dig a new line. Is it going
Why
all
not? Let's just rip up the whole thing or just move out. I'm done.
Spent this much money. Let's just go get a home loan for $40,000 and we'll put a new water line in it.
Crap.
Yeah. Just pay for it. Just throw money at it. There you go.
Oh, me. But, I do appreciate Bergman Supervisor Tony Evans for keeping, checking. He checked. He didn't have to check. He could have waited till they read the meter at the end of whenever they do that. And this would have not been, Yeah.
Wow.
Mother Nature, and I told Dan, I am convinced the lightning strike had something to do with it, although my husband says I'm crazy. It's all so coincidental.
It could be.
It could be, because it could follow the fence line down.
Well, I tell you, I was struck by lightning. It wasn't enough to knock me down.
Right.
But I was struck by the power of an incidental lightning strike a mile or so away.
There you go.
Because I was standing in water, I was unhooking my travel trailer, and it was raining, and I grabbed the chains and was doing something, and it lightning, and I felt it come through that chain.
There you
It
go.
shocked
It's
me.
powerful, and it doesn't have to be right, but you can never prove it. I could
Yeah.
never prove the lightning did that, except it's just the timing was.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. Well,
It doesn't really matter. We're gonna
well,
have
if
to pay
anybody's
for it. No
listening
matter
out there,
what.
if they know exactly where that water's leaking from, let us know.
Oh heck yeah! Call KJOZ and they'll get the word to me,
Okay.
or get on my page. I don't care.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we had a little weather last night.
Not near as bad as they were.
Yeah, and we were talking about the hail the video of the hail
Yeah.
in Springfield. It was at a Walmart, and just about every car there that was parked had some kind of major damage and like softball size hail.
Some of them were really spiky too. I can just see
Yeah.
how much damage that could do.
I hope no one was standing out in the middle of all that.
Well, and I mentioned that at the airport, the employees were going and putting tarps over people's
Yeah.
cars because it had busted holes in their windows,
keep the
trying
water
to
out.
keep the water out as
Yeah.
well as they could.
Well,
Okay,
I'm glad it didn't happen here.
me too.
or that.
We were fortunate for that.
Yeah. Do you want to do some
Speaking
weather?
of the weather, it's going to be, I don't know, it's going to be cool. We'll put that. Partly sunny today with a high of 68. Wind gust up to 20 miles per hour. Then tonight, partly cloudy with a low of 44. Thursday, increasing clouds with a high of 67. Thursday night, mostly cloudy with a low of 47. And then Friday, a 20% chance of rain, high of 64. Friday night, mostly cloudy with a low of 41. It's going to be dreary.
Yeah, it is.
And then you can have Saturday.
Saturday, the high is only going to be up around 66 degrees, like it was this morning. It was around 66 degrees
Okay.
when I left the house this morning. So it's going to be about that cold. No chance of precipitation on Saturday or Saturday night. Low temperatures Saturday night are going to be about 42, and then sunny on Sunday, high 75 with a southwest wind about 20 miles per hour, and then mostly clear on Sunday night, low 53. For Monday, temperatures are going to reach up into the 80s, the low 80s, and then Monday night, low 53, and then a 20% chance of showers moves in on Tuesday, high 80 degrees. So maybe
Finally.
we'll finally get some warmth.
This dreary, gross weather, I've had about enough of it.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Okay,
All righty.
let's move on to our topic
The TTP.
to ponder.
Whoa.
That was supposed to be over with by then. Okay, let's move to topic to ponder.
Get up, get moving, get those thinking caps on. It's time to ponder this topic.
Oh, this is a good one. This one really makes people think, and that's what we want. We want you to reflect about your life
Ponder.
and situations in your life. And today's topic to ponder question is
When was the last time you felt truly at peace?
yes. We
When
got
was
some
it?
doozies too.
When was it, Dan, for you?
For me, it's actually when I go hiking
Okay.
because it takes all the pressure away. I don't have to be confronted with anybody. I don't have deadlines. I don't have stresses, and I can just totally detach
Okay.
from all that.
Do you
So,
find peace, though? Is it interrupted with having to watch where you're walking or any of that,
No.
or is that all part of the peace process?
no, that's all. That's
Okay.
all part of. Even when you trip on a
It's just the
route or something.
surroundings
Yeah.
more, I think.
Yeah, and you just everything is a discovery. Everything is interesting, and I will see something off the trail and go out.
You're a
And
bushwhacker.
I like that. I like to be able to just go and I'm at peace then. That's my peace.
That's a good piece. I have to say, when we're down under the water,
There you go.
that's very
Yeah.
peaceful to me. Gene Flake said 9 years ago, after going through a life-altering experience of betrayal, all of the stars aligned, and somehow I got to go to a place I only had dreamed of, and that was in Maui.
Okay.
And there's more to his response if you would like to go on our Facebook page and read it. And then Tony Taylor said, when I had cattle, I would go sit and watch them grazing. It was very peaceful to me. And I can see that,
Sure,
just not a care in the world. They're just enjoying their life. My brother said, I spent a large part of the Saturday in Eureka Springs a couple of weeks ago with a good friend who is intelligent and way prettier than me. Upon returning to my home, well-fed, entertained, excellent live band, blah, 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 and no awkwardness coming or going. Reflecting in my quiet aloneness, I felt very much at peace. And he went on to elaborate, too, a little bit more, but I'm not going to read all of it. And then Sin Parton said, I can't even remember, but I miss it.
Oh, my gosh,
that's a sad response.
It is, really.
Yeah.
I hope she finds peace somewhere.
Me, too. Aaron Anderson said, ever since I turned my life over to Jesus.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Patricia Mount said, when I am with my sister, she makes me calm.
There you go.
Okay. Certain people,
you need somebody like that.
Certain people reflect that. And luckily, I'm high-strung. My husband is not.
Mm-hmm.
So he brings more of a, till something goes awry like what we're going through right now. And then it's not so peaceful all the time.
Well, I'm sure that I bring you peace when you're here at work.
Sometimes you tread on my peace.
Okay.
But you have an aura of peacefulness.
Well, I hope so.
I'm the opposite.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
you don't disagree.
A little chaotic.
I'm pretty high-strung.
All right. Go to our Facebook page. It's up. It's there. Our topic to ponder question for today is, when was the last time you felt truly at peace?
Okay.
Let me know. Think about that one for a minute or two. Ponder that topic. And let us know. Okay.
All right.
Whoop.
Get up, get moving, get those thinking. Get doomed to repeat.
No. What in
We're
the
doomed
world?
to repeat ourselves, so let's find out what happened today in history.
What in the world?
Okay. 113 years ago, Swedish-born engineer Gideon Soundback received a patent for a separable fastener. Today we call it a zipper.
Yeah,
that was the zipper sound.
This was back in 1913. It's funny, you can watch some movies, and period movies, and every now and then you'll see a zipper.
Which is wrong.
When you know that they didn't have zippers back then. I mean, they try to hide it, but you see it every now and then.
Well, you're a little eagle eye.
Well, if I'm looking for stuff like that.
Yeah, you're looking for.
Yeah.
Give me a head with hair, long, beautiful hair, shining, gleaming, steaming, flaxen, waxen. Give me down to there, hair, shoulder length or longer. Here, baby, there, mama, everywhere, daddy, daddy, hair. Blow it, show it, long it's got been growing my hair.
This was back in 1968. This was 58 years ago. Can you believe it? The groundbreaking rock musical Hair opened on Broadway, beginning to run of 1,750 performances. This is the original cast singing the title song. And my music teacher back in the 7th grade, back in 1968, loved this musical. And she choreographed us doing this, our music class, and we went to different schools.
That's
and
great.
did several of the songs in the musical, and
Did
we
you
danced.
sing in it?
We all sang. I don't think I did a solo, but
So could you get up and show us some, please? Please?
some of the choreography.
Yeah.
I'll do it during the break.
Do you remember it?
Not really. I think it was very simple choreography. We came out and we marched a little bit, and we walked here, we walked there, and we'd hold hands
Well,
with
you could
somebody.
go right out there in the lobby
I could.
and do it.
I could. I'm tempted to.
I should.
I want to. But we're on a tight budget here and a schedule, and
okay.
we just won't do it now.
All right.
Can we all get along? Can we get along? Can we stop making it horrible for the older people and the kids?
34 years ago, an all-white jury in Simi Valley, California, acquitted 4 Los Angeles police officers on nearly all charges arising from the beating a year earlier of black motorist Rodney King. It reached no verdict. It reached no verdict. on one charge against one of the officers on the third day of rioting in Los Angeles, May 1st, 1992. Beating victim Rodney King called for calm.
Yeah. I, William Arthur Philip Louis.
Take thee, Catherine Elizabeth.
Take thee, Catherine Elizabeth.
To my wedded wife.
To my wedded wife.
This was 15 years ago, back in 2011. Britain's Prince William married Kate Middleton in an opulent ceremony at London's Winchester Abbey, Westminster Abbey. And, she's has had some health issues.
She's had some cancer or something.
Yeah, she's had cancer and hope she's doing well today. The king is here in the country. And I listened to his speech at one of the dinners they had. He's very humorous. He was quite funny.
It's kind of dry humor.
Yeah. But it's still, I'm sure someone helped write his speech, but it was still quite funny. Pretty good delivery.
The determination was made jointly that the resources required to play this game simply could be used better elsewhere, and we recognize this is a baseball game. There are bigger issues out there.
11 years ago, the first major league game to be played with an audience took place between the Baltimore Orioles and the Chicago White Sox. The Orioles won 8-2. The gates of Camden Yards were locked because of concern for fan safety following riots in Baltimore. Responding to critics, Orioles Vice President Greg Bader said it was a security decision.
Why did they do it without an audience? This wasn't during COVID, was it? No.
No, it was 2015-ish.
That's weird. I wonder why. I'm curious now.
On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. The life I love is making music with my friends. And I can't wait to get on the road again.
Can you believe it? Willie Nelson is 93 years old today.
Boy, howdy.
Got a big birthday for the singer who has averaged 250 concerts a year on the road again. He loves the road. He loves to smoke pot too. I mean, that's his.
I guess that helps.
Maybe
that helps.
Maybe that's what keeps him alive.
Maybe so.
Do you have my reservation?
Yes, we do. Unfortunately, we ran out of cars.
But the reservation keeps the car here. That's why you have the reservation.
Comedian Jerry Seinfeld was born this day in 1954. He's 72. He ruled Thursday night TV during the 90s, poking fun at everyday things, such as renting a car, and he had a good point in that clip.
You know, I'm really easy to get along with most of the time. But I don't like bullies, and I don't like threats, and I don't like you. Yeah,
that was Kate Mulgrew. She was born on this day in 1955. She is 71. Wow. Her roles include Galena, Red Reznikov on Orange is the New Black, but is perhaps best known for her role as Captain Catherine Janeway on Star Trek Voyager. And that was her in an intergalactic confrontation.
Okay.
Are you very much in love with her?
As much as a man can be.
Do you think there's a limit?
If there is, I haven't found it.
Actors Daniel Day-Lewis and Michelle Pfeiffer were both born April 29th. He was born in 1957. He's 69. Pfeiffer turns 68 today, born in 1958. Among the most respected of film stars, the two were paired in the movie version of Edith Wharton's The Age of Innocence.
Back when we were acquainted 4 years ago, her name was Vernita Green. Her code name was Copperhead. Mine, Black Mamba.
That was Uma Thurman. Her birthday is today. She's 56, and she's appeared in Pulp Fiction, Gattaca, but she's perhaps best known for her role as the bride in Kill Bill franchise. Well, she was wicked.
Yeah,
she
wicked.
was horribly wicked back in those days. All right. We've got a huge lineup of guests. We've got two different segments of guests. We have Thomas Pepler. He is the director of North Arkansas Regional Medical Center's Hospice House and also Home Care or Home Health. We'll be doing that first, and then later on we'll have Amanda Lindsey, and with on a first name basis, Home Care.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
We're going to take our first break, and when we come back, we'll be talking with Thomas. Stay with us.
TV, channel 26.1.
Oh, boy.
And welcome back to Around the Table. North Arkansas Regional Medical Center always comes in once a month, and this is their day to be here, so I'm glad that they showed up. Kim Rawson has always represented North Arkansas Regional Medical Center for many years. Many. And she has brought with him Thomas Pepler, and you're the director of the North Arkansas Regional Medical Center's Hospice House, and also Home Health. They've got a home health division. And what does home health do? Do they send out nurses to the homes? Is that what happens?
Yes. It's for skilled care. Nurses, therapists going to the home, maybe following a surgery or a hospitalization with new medications. It's not for custodial things. It's more. It's a short term. For patients that can't get out. Maybe we'll do wound care or teaching follow up with new medical situations. That kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what about the hospice? Tell us just briefly about the hospice part.
Sure. So hospice, we go at home too. Most of our patients are at home, of course. We do have the hospice house, which most people are aware of. But most of the patients, actually the vast majority of our hospice patients are in their own homes. And so we'll send nurses and aides and all those things out to the patient's home to take care of them and the families.
During
that
I don't guess I've realized that. I always thought that the hospice was focused on the hospice house, but it's really not, right?
The hospice house is just a small piece of what we do.
Okay.
It's an important piece for sure.
Sure it is, yeah.
But most of our patients are at home, and probably most of them, I should say, probably really don't even come into the hospice house. Of course, it's great for those that need it.
Sure.
And it's
well, most
appreciated by
people
all, but
in that stage of life would rather be at home.
Right.
Is that right?
Most of them, yes. They would rather be where they're familiar.
Yeah.
And so if we can keep the patient at home and support the patient and the family there, that's usually their desire, and we do that as best we can.
Well, that part of your life is not it's not an exciting part of your life, but it's something that we're all going to have to go through.
Right.
True.
And I think that what you have tried to do is make it the best care possible. How do you do that?
Sure. Our focus is on, like you said, making sure it's the best care possible.
Right.
And of course, we try and make sure that the patient and their family have the best quality of time for whatever time it is that they have left. We're not focused on curing a disease or an issue. Our focus is on making sure that the patient is comfortable and is able to experience the highest quality time with the family and friends, whoever's there, for as long as they have. Hospice does not hasten or delay that process. What we do is go in and make sure that as the patient goes through that process, that they stay comfortable. Our focus is making sure that they're without pain, anxiety, the things that don't always happen but can happen, and what most people are afraid of. The patients, as they pass, it really is a pretty peaceful process. And so a lot of people think it's scary and it's all terrible like they see on TV and stuff. But that really is not the case. Most people, as they pass, it's a pretty peaceful process.
I would assume that there's a lot of education that needs to be given to the family and to the patient.
Yes, and that really is
too.
The majority of what our staff does is go in there and provide a lot of that education. If we can teach that family what to expect as their loved one is going through that process, it takes the fear out of it. Because when you know it's around the corner, you're no longer scared about turning that corner. Right. And so we do a lot of that teaching.
Are there nurses that go in and do that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Registered nurses go and visit the patient and family in the home several times a week.
Okay.
We also have aides that will go to provide assistance, with a bath and keeping the patient clean, those kinds of things. This way the family doesn't necessarily have to do that. And so, we've got trained staff.
They want the family to have a little bit of a break, know, because if you're the caregiver, you know that it's time consuming and mentally taxing, so it's nice to have.
It's very physically and emotionally draining on a family, and that's one of the benefits of the hospice house. Is we can bring the patients from home into the hospice house for a respite stay. Respite is designed really for the family, not really the patient. Of course, the patient gets to be at the house, which is a beautiful place, and the family may come with them. But the goal of respite is to give that family a break, because it really is exhausting.
Right. Now, in the beginning, you had two houses or 2 rooms or
4. Original building was 4.
Was 4. Okay.
It doubled. We have 8 beds now in the facility, which we've had for, I guess, probably about 9 years over there now. And so it's great. You know, we have the ability to provide care to up to that. We rarely get full. You know, probably in the last 10 years since I've been there, I think we've been full maybe 3 times. You know, of course, the nature of hospice, people come and go so quickly sometimes, and so you know, there's almost always a spot. You know, if we need it.
I was there a couple of weeks ago, and they're nice rooms. I mean, they're large so that the family can gather there, and it's just.
Well, and you can actually, I mean, I had 2 family members in the hospice house, my brother and my mother, and you can stay there with them. And, and I mean, you can stay in the room, or they actually have rooms for families.
Okay.
Is it 2? It's 2 rooms.
Yeah, we have two guest suites.
Okay.
And you know, they've got a nice living room, and so that you can. I mean, we were there probably a week with my mom. And same with my brother, and you know, we never let. I mean, I might have gone home to do a few things, but we stayed, and you know, I just am a big supporter of the hospice house and the hospice of the Hills, because it's. I mean, we couldn't have made it without them.
Yeah.
So does a doctor refer a patient or whatever to hospice? Is that
of course, we can take a referral really from any source, with doctor, friend, family, you know, whatever. But a doctor does have to certify that the patient is appropriate for hospice. So the doctor is involved. And so we'll work with the patient's primary physician, whoever that is. Most of the physicians tend to request that the hospice medical director, Dr. Rawson, follow the patient for their hospice care. But we work with the local doctors all the time.
Okay.
You know, a lot of them have, you know, relationships with these patients after so many years, and so, you know, happy to do that, you know, with them.
Yeah.
So back to home health. What do your folks that go in? What are some of the things that they do for that?
Sure.
Patient?
So the nurses that go in typically are doing. It's really a lot of education. If you've got a patient, let's say they were at the hospital and have a new congestive heart failure diagnosis, so to speak, and so, you know, they'll come home with all these new medications, and so the nurse will go in, teach them about those medications, about lifestyle changes. You know, diet is important, you know, those kinds of things, and so the nurses will do a lot of teaching. That's what the major skill is for a lot of the disease processes.
Patient teaching.
Sometimes you've got patients with wounds, and so we'll do advanced wound care, you know, with the special wound vac machine. And so our nurses will do that right there in the home. Maybe following a surgery, a hip surgery, a knee surgery, we'll go in and do those things. We also, of course, have physical therapy that will go in and do home physical therapy. You know, as long as that patient is homebound, the therapist will go right there into the home. You know, once they progress and they're able to get out, you know, we may transition them to an outpatient.
I was going to say, and you brought up a good point, is homebound patients. Not just anybody has this access, you know. If you can make it to the hospital or wherever you need to go to do this therapy, then that's that's what you do. But this is for those that can't.
The insurances, you know, they're not going to pay for somebody to go to your home if you can go out to get it. So you do have to be homebound. You know, for our services.
Right. Well, what do you do? Organize the whole ship?
Pretty much. Yes. I push the paper and you know, make sure that we're following all the terrible rules that Medicare tells us we have to follow.
There's plenty of them.
And yes, there is a lot. You know, I really am blessed to have a fabulous team of clinicians that work with me. You know, they do the hard work.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad to meet you. And
thank you.
And I'm sure if anybody needs information, they can call directly. I have a direct line. Yeah.
870-414-4100. You can you know, give us a call for either home health or hospice.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, and that's an easy place to start.
Okay.
And we encourage people, if they have questions, just to call, because most of this is just filling yourself with information
Right.
so you'll know what to do.
Yeah. And we're happy to speak to anybody, even if it doesn't end up being one of our patients.
Okay.
You know, we talk, especially on the hospice side, we'll talk to patients or families all the time that, you know, they're not ready, but they
Right.
want to get information.
Sure.
And so, and we'll even go out to the patient's home or the family's home, you know, to have those hospice discussions.
Yes.
Sometimes way ahead of time. And they're like,
Okay.
we don't want this today, but,
Yeah.
we know we're going to have to. And so,
Right.
you know, there's no obligation. We're happy
Right.
to talk and answer questions.
Good.
You know, the more information
That's
that
good.
we can give, the better.
That's good.
Kim, I think you had
Yeah.
some.
Yeah, well,
Some
you know,
stuff.
speaking on, you know, what Thomas said too, we are happy to say that, you know, the hospital, best of the best. We won quite a few. Hospice of the Hills was one of the best of the best. Our hospital won most regional hospital, our urgent care, cardiology clinic, our pediatric clinic, our primary and obstetrical clinic, Dr. Little, our pediatrician, Dr. Coble, our surgeon. So we had a lot of winners on the best and best, and you know we're very proud of that. And so we do thank the community for voting us on those. And like Thomas said, you know, we work really hard to try to provide the very best care that we can to our patients and in the community around us. And we have one thing we have coming up is we have the Baby Fest. The Baby Fest will be June 20th from 10 to 12. And more information is going to come. So as it gets a little closer, we'll be talking about that some more. And that's always really fun. They usually have it at the Signature Bank Community Center. I think that's what it's called, Community Center Room. And so, I want to say Duran Center, but that's not it. I'm trying to remember their full name. And they usually have it there, and it's great because they have lots of vendors there, and for families who have preschoolers and newborns and expectant mothers, and it's a great thing. And so, if you have any questions, they can call Jamie Elliott and it's Jamie.Elliott at NARMC.com. It's Jamie JAMEY.Elliott. So, but if they have any questions, they can call the hospital, and they'll be happy to refer you to her. But we'll come back as it gets a little closer and talk more about the Baby Fest and everything. So that's really all I got today.
Okay.
That's a lot.
So, yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Well, we
Thank you for
appreciate you
having
guys
us.
coming in.
Yeah, thank you.
If you're interested in more information about hospice or home health, you can call Thomas Pepler's office. And give me that number again. I didn't have a chance.
870-414-4100.
4100. That's pretty easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Thanks, guys.
Okay.
Thank you
We
so much.
appreciate
Thanks for
you
having
very
us.
much.
Thanks.
We're going to take our next break, and when we come back, we're going to be talking with Amanda Lindsey, and she brought someone.
Tristan Gelvin.
Okay, we'll find out about that, and they're going to be talking about home care, some kind of home care. First name
basis
yes.
home care.
All right, stick with us. We'll be right back.
live on Facebook. Around the Table on the original KHOZ.
Alrighty. Welcome back to Around the Table. In the studio with us, we have Amanda and Trista, and they're from a first name basis home care. Did I get that right?
Yes, you did.
Good.
Good deal.
Well, we just had on North Arkansas Regional Medical Center, and they talked about their home health division where they send nurses out.
Which
Tell
is
us
skilled nursing.
It's a skilled
care,
nursing.
Right.
Tell us about what you guys do.
So tell us.
So ours is a little bit different from theirs.
Yeah.
Ours is caregivers. So it's
Probably an
personal
overlap
care.
service where they can't do, you guys do,
Exactly, and good continuity of care.
Right,
And that's
right,
the
right.
main thing for the clients is that we have continuity of care where home health might not be able to send a caregiver out to do every single solitary day, 5 days a week or 7 days a week as needed. We can provide that and close those gaps.
What are some of the skills that you offer?
So anything that has to do with ADLs, activities of daily living, so as long as you need hands-on help with bathing, grooming, dressing, toileting, we can provide that. And then that can also open up the door to the IADLs, which is going to be your light housekeeping, laundry, shopping, the things that
Helping
aren't...
cook, maybe?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
So
I need one of those every now and then.
Well, and they can do it for a broad amount of time, or do you have a time limit on when your people go into a home, or can they be there for 8 hours or 6 hours? Or
it depends on what we have as the payer type. So if it's traditional Medicaid, most of the time it's going to be 64 hours a month, which breaks down to about 3 hours a day, 5 days a week. It can be split up. It can be customized to each client.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. You can do quite a bit in 3 hours.
Oh yeah,
a
lot.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Are you always in need of home people to do this?
Always.
I mean, I would think there's probably a big demand.
Yeah, there is.
And they just contact you if that's something that's speaking to somebody right now.
Well, see, that's actually what I'm trying to put together here at the library in Boone County.
Okay.
So I have set for May 8th just a community Q&A. It's like a personal care 101 for anybody that has questions, needs help navigating through that system. It doesn't mean that you have to be ready right now for the in-home care or that your family member or loved one does. But if you need to know to prepare for the future, or if you're just super confused by the whole process, just stop in. I will be there from 9 to 3. I'll be in the large conference room.
Okay.
Anybody that wants to stop in, talk to us, more than happy to answer any questions. It's just kind of like a open
availability
doors
here.
Q&A.
We are here. We are willing to serve. Whoever. Whoever comes and needs our services.
They don't even have to, once they do decide that, okay, we're ready to take that next step and get personal care started, you don't even have to choose a first name basis. It's just an open knowledge for anybody that needs to know.
Okay.
And this is going to be May the 8th from 9 to 3 at the Boone County Library?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And you'll be there to answer questions and...
Yep, and we're going to have some refreshments. So anybody that is interested or has questions, is confused about the process, they can stop by and get those questions answered.
Wow.
Let's do a scenario where someone has a loved one and they are maybe overwhelmed with the care that they're giving them now. And they would call you. Is that how the first contact works? Or
most of the time.
Most of the time.
Most of the time, it's people calling because they're overwhelmed with what's going on,
Yeah.
and they need us to walk them through the process, and we do. But this will be, I think this will be easier because it's in person.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard over the phone because you can't see who you're talking to.
Right.
I think this is going to be more personal.
Yeah.
And I can see where finding out what is available would be beneficial if you do that prior to the time when you need it, because at least then you know what to do and where to go and that type of thing. And I think that would be of value for sure for people.
So I noticed that there was a Medicare seminar at the library.
Yes.
And I thought, why not?
Yeah.
We're doing
Right.
Medicaid.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Just a simple, step through. This is what the process is.
Mm-hmm.
This is how things flow.
Yeah.
And these are the qualifications it takes to become approved for
Yeah.
personal care. And so everyone can
See,
start
people
making a
need to
game
know
plan.
that.
Yeah.
And you have your small stepping stones to get
Yeah.
there.
Well, I would think that a lot of people that are caregiving for either their parent or loved one, they may have a little guilt, saying,
Sometimes,
"I don't want to
yeah.
give up.
Yep.
I should be doing this
yeah.
24/7." So, is there some of that too?
That happens a lot, especially when a caregiver comes in, a younger caregiver, even an older caregiver, and they I don't want them to have to do, well, that's their job, that's what they're there
Yeah.
to do, that's what
Yeah.
they want to do, but there's always that guilt that they think that they're pushing their parent off on somebody else,
Right. Yeah.
or their loved one off on somebody else. But our caregivers go into the job with the knowledge that these are the things I can do and these are the things that I can't do, and our caregivers are trained to
Sure.
say, I can't do that, or I don't want to do that, as long as it's not within the job description.
Yeah.
But we have some people that won't let their caregiver cook, or won't let their caregiver clean
Wow.
up sometimes.
Wow.
Yeah.
They're like, only on certain days maybe you can do it. But after a few weeks of having them constantly coming, especially when we find a caregiver who stays with that client and it's consistent care, then they kind of let go of the ropes a little
Well,
bit.
they
And it
trust.
becomes second
They build
nature.
a relationship and trust with
Yes.
your caregiver, and
that's
I
literally
think
the
that's
biggest
valid
part.
for sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's whoever works for you is screened in some sense.
They are.
Absolutely.
So they're not going to do nefarious things, but as the person trying to release some of that control, it's
hard.
Still hard to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
Mm.
Okay, and again, May 8th is when you're doing your seminar. And do they have to register or anything?
They don't have to register. If they could RSVP by May 7th, that would be great.
So how do they do that?
Yeah.
They can call us, they can email us, whichever is fine. Or if they even if they don't get to RSVP, that's okay too.
Just kind of
Okay,
show
so
up.
show up. Yeah.
And again, the times on that
It's from 9 to 3 on May 8th.
at the Boone County Library conference room.
Yes, ma'am.
What's your phone number?
It's 870.
479.
It's not 870.
No,
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, 479.
479 879 9400.
Okay.
And do y'all
Very
have a
easy
face?
to remember.
Do y'all have a Facebook page?
We do. It's under a first name basis.
Okay. So go follow them on there and,
Yeah.
get info
Yeah.
about a first name basis.
I'm sure that there's a lot of people listening to this that are in this situation, and they say, "Boy, I need to call them."
Yeah.
Or I need more information. So give them a call. That number again is 479-879-9400, and that's a first name basis home care.
And we had Amanda, Lindsey, and Trista
Yeah.
Gelvin in here.
Hey, thanks so much for coming by. We appreciate it.
Thank you for
Hey,
having
and we'll
us.
always have an open door policy if
Yep.
there's something coming
Yeah.
up. You got an event?
I was gonna say
Go
we're
ahead.
gonna do our car show
Car
again.
show, okay.
And this time
Oh,
it's
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
be.
yeah. You're the car show guy. I
I think
remember you now.
it's gonna be in October. I think the date is still tentative, but I
Or
think
we're gonna
we're
do
gonna
that.
do October. I don't know. I think we're going to try to make it a little bit bigger.
So, but we're still in
But
the
we're
planning
still
stages.
we're planning.
Okay.
We're
Well, you
looking
got a
for
time.
somewhere. We think we have a time, but I mean, we'll let you guys know
Okay.
Okay.
when it
Please
is.
do.
Yeah.
This is in October. We'll have you back before then.
Yeah.
For sure. All right. All right. We're going to take our last break. Stick around. Stay with us. You're listening and watching Around the Table with Dan and Ann. Stick with us.
Channel 26.1.
Welcome back to Around the Table. Hey, I was looking. Hey,
hey.
I was looking at some of these stories we've got here. Parents are spending $50,000 just to get their kids a job. Now, this is not going to college. No, $50,000. It has nothing to do with college. This is the ones that have already graduated from college and are still living in the basement. What's up with people? According to new data, moms and dads are now shelling out $50,000 on career coaches. And these career coaches help kids get a job. I would think all you need to do is start looking for a job.
Well, here's the problem with that. Is that I think they're not willing to take just any job. Maybe they want one in their field, which I grew up in the deal. You find yourself a job. I don't care if it's at the low part of the totem pole or not. Find a job. You can, there's advancement to be had somewhere else. But
you take a job and then you start looking forward to move up, right?
Electricians. You should be an electrician.
Oh my gosh,
I'll let you know how badly after the fact.
Skilled jobs, the jobs that AI can't do, or sitting in front of a computer screen all day can't do. Yeah, those are the ones that are going to get you to where you need to be. Anyway, they're paying thousands of dollars for a career coach just to help their kid get a job, and you can pay a few thousand for someone to help with a job application. Just to get a job application, they're charging $2,000 just to help fill out a job application, or an interview prep. But the price of for the price of a new BMW, some coaches offer a full-time help, and business is booming for them. When you consider how much some parents have already spent on SAT preps and tuition, that's $50,000.
Okay, so what happens when you start talking to your kid and saying, "Look, it's time for you to get your job and get out," and just leave it at that and follow through?
And be that blunt?
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's what
depending on how old they are. Come on, it's time.
That's what my mom did to me when the day that I turned 18.
Bye.
She says you're going to pay rent, or you're going to have to get a job and pay rent, or get out. Get out. And I'm like, wow, that was a wake up call.
That's pretty young too. I mean, 18's just like graduation from high school.
Yeah.
She sent you straight into adulthood.
Yeah.
But,
swiftly.
That also I agree with, if you're going to live at home maybe after college, I might see more of that.
Right. If I was going to college,
but
I'm sure.
In something where you can say, you're making your own money, get out.
Mm-hmm.
But you're going to have to get some kind of job. I don't care what it is. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I think too, some of them are entitled.
Well, I think that there's a lack of direction. I think that, and it's a proven fact that kids nowadays don't know what direction they should be going into. I mean, they don't.
Well, I guess that's where your career coach helps.
They're not wanting to establish a family or children earlier in life.
Right.
They want to wait till they're whatever.
Right.
And I don't know that that's not a bad thing.
No, but you still got to find some, even if it's a menial job.
Right.
You got to work.
Got to work.
And the fact that the parents are shelling out $50,000, I'm like, figure it out. I mean, I'm not sure it's shelling out $50,000.
Do you think that's part of enabling the whole situation?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Oh boy, you know what today is?
Well, no, Dan.
Today is International Dance Day. I should have taken you up on that and did my little dance out there.
I'm really disappointed.
Well, I may make a dance for you and show you before we make it public.
Oh, okay. I get to preview.
I'll do it after the show. I'll do it right now. I'll show you my dance.
World Make-A-Wish Day.
Okay.
Viral Video Day. I've seen viral videos. What's the next one?
The next one is National Zipper Day. We talked about the invention of the zipper. Thank goodness for zippers.
And thanks goodness for denim. You can put zippers in because it's
National
Denim
Day.
Okay.
All right,
we'll be back tomorrow.
We will be back on Thursday. We'll be back on Thursday. Hey, and if you'd like to be on the show, know somebody that would be fit the bill here, give us a shout. Go to our Facebook page. You can text us directly there at Around the Table. Hey, we'll see you again tomorrow, guys. Have a great day.